Success feels more dangerous than failure. Use the 60-second safety switch. You're inches from a win, then, boom, you stall. Sudden anxiety, pointless tweaks, I'll just polish one more thing, and the moment passes. That's not laziness, that's your brain flagging success as unsafe. Visibility, expectations, change. Your body reads it as threat and pulls you back. You're not alone. About 70% of people report self-sabotage or imposter-style avoidance right as wins get close. Here's the fix: a 60-second safety switch that lowers the alarm and keeps you moving without more discipline. I'll give you the exact 1-minute sequence first, then the Icarus model that explains why it works and how to use it daily. If you've plateaued for months, this flips the pattern today. Let's do it now. The 60-second safety switch, fast action. First, why this works. Fear of success isn't fear of winning. It's fear of what winning might cost. Safety, identity, belonging, control. When your nervous system predicts those costs, it tags progress as danger. That's why you feel a surge of arousal and the urge to avoid right when things are going well. The safety switch tells your body, not a threat, then gives your mind and calendar a controllable next move. It's a 4-part, 1-minute protocol. 1515210. Exhale, label, localize, lean. You can run it at your desk, before you hit publish, or right as you feel that better not sensation. Part 1, exhale for 15 seconds. The shortcut. Focus only on the out-breath. 2 calm cycles with a 4 to 6 count on the exhale is enough. Long exhalations stimulate the parasympathetic brake. It's your body's stand-down signal. Don't overthink mechanics, just inhale naturally, exhale longer. Twice. While you do it, relax your jaw and drop your shoulders. 1. You're telling your system, we're safe enough to proceed. Part 2, label the fear for 15 seconds. Say it out loud or type it. If I succeed, then X happens. Make it specific. If this post lands, I'll have to answer DMs every night. If I ask for a raise, they'll expect me to carry 2 roles. If this app grows, friends may think I've changed. The thing most people miss is vagueness. Vague fear stays big. Precise fear gets smaller and solvable. Part 3. Localize safety for 20 seconds. Anchor in the present and what you control. Try this script. Right now, I'm safe at my desk. I decide what goes live. My calendar is mine. I can set limits later. Then add 1 concrete boundary you already own, like, I can cap replies at 15 minutes, or, I can post and log off. This clicked for me when I realized my brain was predicting a lifetime contract from one action. Localizing pulls you back to today. Part 4, lean 1 step for 10 seconds. A single, visible action that advances the goal. Send the email, click publish, submit the application, ship the draft to 1 person. Tiny but real. If you remember nothing else, remember this. The step should be so small it feels slightly underwhelming, and so concrete you can complete it in under a minute. We're building approach, not heroics. Let me show you exactly how. Imagine you're about to post a thread and your chest tightens. Run the protocol. 2 long exhalations. Then label. If this does well, I'll have to keep this pace, and I'll disappoint people if I can't. Localize. Right now I'm safe at my desk. I choose my cadence. I can pin a posting schedule and adjust next week. Lean. Publish to a smaller circle, send to 3 peers first, or post to main with a 20-minute timer and log off. Moved. You just moved. Common mistakes to avoid. 1. Overanalyzing the why. This isn't therapy, it's a safety reset. You can unpack root causes later. 2. Waiting for confidence. Confidence is a lagging indicator. Action restores it. 3. Making the lean step big. If your step takes longer than a minute, it's not a lean, it's a leap. Shrink it until it's boring, then do it. Here's a quick test you can try right now. Pick a live task you've been avoiding. Replying to a lead, shipping a draft, booking a call. Run the safety switch exactly as I taught it. Notice the urge to avoid before you start. Then, after the 2 exhalations and the label, check your body again. Most people feel a small drop in urgency within 30 to 45 seconds. It won't erase all discomfort, but it will take you from nope to maybe. and maybe is enough to lean. The reason this works is simple. Your brain learns from evidence. When you pair a downshifted body with a precise fear and a tiny completed action, you create proof. We approached, nothing exploded. Do that daily, and your nervous system updates the model. Success stops predicting danger and starts predicting tolerable effort plus recovery. A quick micro story. Last week, a client was sitting on a launch email for 9 days. We ran the protocol. Her label was, "If this succeeds, my inbox will own me." We localized safety. I choose office hours Fridays. Auto-reply sets expectations. And her lean step was scheduling the email and turning on the auto-reply template. 2 minutes later, it was done. The difference wasn't motivation, it was safety. Now that you can interrupt the spike in real time, you'll notice your old pattern. Approach, alarm, avoid, rationalize. Doesn't run as smoothly. That's good. In the next part, I'll map the invisible system behind that pattern so you can pick the exact lever, identity, social, standards, or status, and dial down the right threat without shrinking your goals. Roadmap. What we'll cover and why it matters. Here's how we're going to make this stick. We'll move through 3 parts: mechanism, skill set, and integration. First, mechanism. You'll get the Icarus principle, why ambition can feel dangerous in your body, and a simple threat map that shows exactly which flavor of unsafe you're running into. We'll also cover BAS/BIS so you know why your gas and brake fight each other. This gives you language and leverage instead of vague dread. Second, skill set. 5 practical tools to lower success threat without shrinking your goals. 1 tool per threat. Identity safety, visibility dosing, success load forecasting, criticism immunity, and belonging contracts. Each one gives you scripts and criteria so you're not guessing under pressure. Short wins first, deeper insight second. Third, integration. You'll build a tiny daily routine, environment defaults, and momentum tracking that turn these tools into autopilot. Think of it like preloading the runway so takeoff doesn't spike your alarm every time. We'll also upgrade the safety switch with targeted 10-second scripts you can pair with that 1-minute protocol. Expectation set. You'll get an immediate drop in avoidance from the safety switch, then the Icarus model will explain why that drop happens and where to aim next. The systems lock in once you've tested the tools for a week. And yes, we'll circle back to a stronger safety switch, with word-for-word lines you can use before publishing, pitching, or asking. If you've felt stuck at the same ceiling for months, this sequence gives you forward motion today and keeps you moving next week. Now before we dive into tools, you need the mechanism. Once you can name the specific threat your brain predicts at the edge of success, the right intervention becomes obvious. This next part gives you that map. Mechanism 1. The Icarus principle. Success as threat. There's a reason your energy spikes as you approach a win and then flips into avoidance. When success predicts exposure, separation, or non-stop expectations, your brain flags danger. The mistake most people make is assuming this is laziness or weak discipline. It's not. It's protective logic. The Icarus principle says, when flying higher feels like it will burn your wings, your nervous system pushes you lower to keep you safe. Under the hood, 2 systems shape the moment-to-moment pull. The behavioral approach system, BAS, that drives toward rewards, and the behavioral inhibition system, BIS, that brakes when potential threat is detected. As stakes rise, BS ramps, momentum, clarity, then BIS detects possible social cost, future obligation, or identity friction and applies the brake. The safety switch helps release excess BIS braking without killing BAS, so you keep moving, just safely. Let's map success threat into 4 buckets: status, standards, social, and self-concept. Each one has a signature self-sabotage pattern. Once you can spot them, you can pick the right lever. Status threat first. This is the fear of visibility, envy, and criticism. If your work lands, more eyes show up. More eyes mean more opinions. Your brain predicts shame or conflict, so you hide in plain sight with delays and perfection. Endless polishing, infinite editing, overqualifying your words. You tell yourself you're not ready, or the market's off. The thing most people miss is that perfectionism here is a shield. If it's never done, it can't be judged. The behavior, Makes sense if the goal is to minimize exposure, not to finish. Standards threat next. This is the if I do it once, I'll have to sustain it panic. You're a freedom. Your brain anticipates a heavier future workload and a loss of freedom. So you procrastinate to dodge the potential trap. It shows up as slowing down right after a strong start, sandbagging estimates, or setting moving targets you never quite meet. The relief comes from reducing future obligation, even if it costs you today's win. I've seen this derail entire quarters. Someone crushes a sprint, then disappears into research, so they won't be stuck at that pace forever. Social threat is about belonging. If I grow, I'll outpace my circle. They'll think I've changed. This one quietly downshifts goals to maintain harmony. You soften ambition in conversations, skip opportunities that would create distance, or choose projects that won't stir reactions. You might even joke about not wanting to be that person. The behavior aims to preserve closeness. It's not irrational, it's just misapplied when growth doesn't have to equal exile. Guilt threat is related but distinct. It sounds like, if I win, I'm taking something from others, or my success will make them feel small. Guilt pushes reparative moves, overgiving, discounting your work, or shrinking launches, so no one feels left behind. The lever here isn't to argue with empathy, it's to channel it. You pre-decide fair pricing, contributions, or mentorship windows so progress doesn't require self-punishment. Self-concept threat is the imposter loop. I'm not that person. Your image of yourself lags behind your performance. Any win feels like a fluke that could expose you. So you swap goals at the last minute, pivot to a new idea, or endlessly gather certifications to justify being in the room. On paper, it looks like curiosity. Underneath, it's a stall to avoid identity dissonance. The brain prefers a consistent self-story, even if it's smaller. Nathaniel. Now here's the pattern linking all four: approach, alarm, avoid, rationalize. As you move towards success, energy rises, then your brain predicts a specific cost tied to one of these threats. Alarm spikes. You pull back, delay, polish, pivot, say yes to a distraction. You feel micro-relief. That relief teaches your brain, good job, we dodged danger. Through neuroplasticity, that pairing wires in neurons that fire together wire together. So next time, the alarm arrives sooner. Without intervention, you train avoidance precisely when you need approach. The game changer nobody talks about is this: you don't have to fight the alarm with more willpower. You have to make success feel safer across the right dimension. Name the threat, and adjust the environment or script. For status threat, you pre-decide what counts as critique worth acting on. For standards, you cap the future load before shipping today. For social, you create belonging contracts, so growth equals connection, not distance. For self-concept, you use identity-safe language. I experiment with visibility today. A quick micro-story. A designer I coach kept stalling on a portfolio update. On the surface, it looked like perfectionism. Underneath, it was standards threat. If I get dream clients, I'll have to be on 24/7. We ran the safety switch, then wrote a boundaries line into her website and an auto response. Office hours, turnaround times, revision limits. Shipping stopped predicting a trap. She posted the update that afternoon. Another one. A founder avoided launching a feature because he was sure Twitter would roast it. Status threat. Built a criticism filter. Helpful, taste, bad faith. Helpful gets action. Taste gets not for you. Bad faith gets silence. He shipped with a 20-minute post-publish window and logged off. 2 days later, he implemented one helpful note. The rest? Taste. His nervous system got proof that visibility didn't equal humiliation. BIS settled. BAS stayed engaged. Before we continue, you need to understand the biggest mistake: treating self-sabotage like a character flaw. It's a safety strategy that worked somewhere. Respect the logic, then change the inputs. Through neuroplasticity, your brain updates with new pairings: calm plus approach, boundaries plus ship. Once you nail that, everything else clicks, because you're no longer arguing with your body. you're giving it new evidence. If you remember nothing else from this section, success feels dangerous only when it predicts losses you haven't contained. Map the threat, apply the matching lever, and your approach system can stay online. Next, I'll show you the 4-beat self-sabotage loop and exactly where to inject the safety switch so the pattern stops running you. Mechanism 2. The self-sabotage loop, 4-beat cycle. Let's zoom into the pattern you've felt 100 times but probably never named. There are 4 beats. Approach, alarm, avoid, rationalize. See the loop, and you can break it anywhere. Miss it, and your brain keeps training the wrong lesson. This is base versus BS in motion. Base builds momentum on approach. BS overestimates cost at alarm. Avoid pairs relief with retreat. Rationalize cements the story. Repeat this, and neuroplasticity strengthens the avoid link, which is why willpower feels weaker over time unless you add safety and tiny forward actions. Beat A is approach. Energy rises as success gets close. You feel momentum, clarity, maybe even excitement. You map the steps, you see the finish line, and your nervous system surges with approach motivation. This is when habits work, tasks fly, and time passes fast. Now here's where most people mess up. They think this feeling will last by itself. It won't. As stakes rise, your brain runs a quick cost forecast. Beat B is alarm. The prediction engine kicks in. If this works, what might it cost? Status, standards, social, or self-concept. Whichever threat you mapped earlier starts flashing. For some, it's a chest squeeze or a throat tightness. For others, it's a sudden noise in your head. Hold on, wait. The reason this matters is simple. Alarm is not evidence, it's a forecast. But it feels like proof. Your prefrontal plans go a bit offline, and reflex takes over. Beat C is avoid. You pull back a little, and the relief is immediate. That relief teaches your brain that avoidance reduced danger. It might look like opening a new tab just to check, rewriting the opener again, or switching to low-stakes tasks. Sometimes it's over-preparing. Sometimes it's doom scrolling. The quick win is that the body calms. The hidden cost is that you just paired calm with retreat. Beat D is rationalize, or storytelling creatures. We hate cognitive dissonance, so the mind cleans it up. Timing wasn't ideal. Needs polish. The market's weird. I'll do it right after lunch. These explanations are smooth because they contain a grain of truth. But the real driver was alarm, not logic. The moment passes. The loop completes. Next time, your brain initiates alarm a little earlier because it learned avoidance equals safety. The payoff loop is sneaky. Approach feels good, alarm feels urgent, avoid feels relieving, rationalize feels reasonable. Sequence is rewarding in the short term, so it becomes automatic. And here's the kicker. It gets stronger with success. The closer you get to a meaningful outcome, the bigger the predicted cost. The louder the alarm, the sweeter the relief from avoiding. That's why you stall right before a win, not at the start. Now, how do we interrupt it? 2 insertion points change everything. At alarm, inject the safety switch. At avoid, use a 1-step lean. Let me show you exactly how. At alarm, the 60-second safety switch flips your physiology and your forecast. 2 long exhalations tell your body, stand down. Labeling pins the fear. If this lands, I'll have to sustain it. Localizing returns control to today. Right now I'm safe at my desk. I choose cadence. Then you lean 1 step. You've just turned an urgent prediction into a bounded action. The reason this works is that you replace imagined lifetime consequences with a single, limited move. Your nervous system can tolerate that. If you miss alarm and slide into avoid, don't fight the gravity head-on. Add friction to avoidance and take 1 step forward so tiny it's boring. Examples. If you're doom scrolling, set a 2-minute timer, then paste the email recipient and subject line before the timer ends. If you're polishing endlessly, lock a no edits beyond checklist rule and click publish with a 20-minute post-publish window. We're not trying to rekindle motivation. We're trying to earn a micro-approach win while your alarm cools. Now you might be thinking, what if I can't feel alarm until it's too late? Build tripwires. Use cues that historically precede your slide. Extra tabs, calendar shuffling, sudden urge to reorganize Notion. When a tripwire triggers, run the safety switch without debating it. This clicked for a client who always checked Slack before sending proposals. Tripwire. Slack open during proposal hour equals immediate safety switch and a one-step lean. Paste price paragraph first. Tripwires catch BIS activation early so it doesn't hijack BAS momentum. Common mistakes. 1. Arguing with the rationalization. Don't. Treat it like weather. Name it and move. 2. Making the one-step lean too heroic. If it's big, alarm spikes again. Keep it tiny and visible. 3. Trying to think your way out of alarm. Your body is running the show for about a minute. Exhale first, words second. Here's a quick practice you can try today. Pick one task that's 80% done. Write the 4 beats on a sticky. Approach, alarm, avoid, rationalize. As you work, notice which beat you're on. When alarm shows, run the safety switch. If you catch yourself in avoid, do a 30-second lean step. Then finish or schedule a bounded finish window. At the end, jot one line of evidence in your safe wins log. Predicted X, happened Y, energy stable. Each entry weakens the loop because it gives your brain a counterexample to its forecast. If you remember nothing else, remember this. The loop feeds on relief. Give your body relief without retreat through breath, specificity, and tiny forward actions. And the loop loses its grip. Once you nail that, everything else clicks, because you stop training avoidance at the edge of progress and start training approach when it actually counts. Skillset 1. The 2-sentence reframe, identity safety. Identity threat is the stickiest because it sits under everything. If your self-story says, "I'm not the kind of person who does this," your brain will trip the alarm every time you get close. The goal isn't to fake a new identity. It's to give your current identity a safe bridge into action, today. That's what the 2-sentence reframe does. Here's the shortcut nobody teaches. Don't declare who you are forever. Declare what you're trying today, sir. The script is simple. I'm the kind of person who experiments with visibility. I don't promise forever, I promise today. That pair lowers the stakes instantly. It tells your brain, we're trying, not testifying. You shift from permanent self-judgment to a temporary experiment. Why this works? Spent. The thing most people miss is that identity is conservative. It hates sudden upgrades. Absolute claims like, "I'm a public figure now," trigger backlash because your lived evidence doesn't match. But experiments are identity safe. They're bounded, reversible, and aligned with curiosity, which your brain already tolerates. When I started shipping weekly, this clicked for me the day I swapped "I'm a weekly creator" for "I'm experimenting with 1 weekly post this month." The resistance dropped by half, and the posts shipped. Let me show you exactly how to use it. Say you're about to publish a thread. Run the 2-sentence reframe out loud. I'm the kind of person who experiments with visibility. I don't promise forever, I promise today. Then pair it with the safety switch if alarm's already buzzing. Exhale twice. Label, "If this lands, I'll have to keep up." Localize, "Today, I choose cadence." Lean, post or send to your current ladder. The reframe softens identity tension. The switch calms physiology. The lean gets the representative. Another context, presenting at work. Right before you speak, reframe. I experiment with speaking up. I don't promise perfection, I promise one clear point today. That line turns, "I must be impressive," into, "I deliver one thing I control." Suddenly, the goal is doable and identity consistent. Afterward, you log the safe win, predicted embarrassment, delivered clarity, no fallout. Your brain updates. Asking for a raise? Identity friction often sounds like, "I'm not the negotiation type." Reframe it to a behavior you can own. I experiment with advocating for scope and pay. I don't promise forever, I promise one clean ask. Then localize safety. Right now I'm safe in this meeting. I can ask once and pause. Lean. Present a written proposal. You just became the kind of person who tries. Common mistakes to avoid. 1. Absolute identity declarations. I'm a fearless closer. I'm a thought leader. Your brain rebels because the evidence isn't there yet. 2. Vague reframes. I'll try my best. Too mushy. Make it concrete and today bound. 3. Stacking promises. I'll post daily forever. That's standards threat, disguised as motivation. Keep it to today. Let's build your set. Write 3 variants for work, health, and relationships. For work, I experiment with shipping drafts publicly. I don't promise forever, I promise today's draft. For health, I experiment with morning movement. I don't promise a program, I promise 10 minutes today. For relationships, I experiment with direct asks. I don't promise mastery, I promise one honest message today. Put them where friction appears. Notes app, calendar headers, sticky on your monitor. Now you might be thinking, won't this keep me small? No experiments scale. Each today builds evidence that you can tolerate visibility, asks, and action. After a week of safe wins, your reframe evolves. I experiment with weekly visibility. I don't promise forever, I promise this week. Standards rise naturally once identity safety exists. Forcing identity first is the trap. Microstory. A client avoided posting case studies because I'm not a self-promoter. We swapped it for, I experiment with sharing helpful outcomes. I don't promise a brand, I promise one useful case today. Paired with a helpful/taste/bad faith filter, she posted 3 in a week. The result? 2 leads and 0 backlash. The identity line made the first step tolerable. The evidence made the next steps obvious. Practice prompt. Open your notes. Write your 2-sentence reframe for the task you're avoiding right now. Say it out loud. Run the safety switch. Then do a 1-minute lean. Paste the headline. Schedule the meeting. Send the first DM. Afterward, log the outcome in your SafeWins log with the tag self-concept. That tag matters. It tells your brain exactly which threat was handled. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Identity moves by consent, not coercion. Give it a safe role. I experiment today, and it'll come with you. Next, we'll make visibility safer by dosing exposure so your wins don't spike the alarm. Skillset 2. Exposure dosing. Visibility without burnout. Now that identity feels safer, let's lower the visibility alarm with exposure dosing. Sudden visibility spikes your system. Gradual visibility builds tolerance. The goal isn't to hide, it's to train your nervous system that being seen is safe in small, repeatable amounts. Think of it like strength training for your approach system. Here's the ladder you'll use. 5 rungs. Private, small circle, small public, wider public, flagship. Private is just you. Small circle is 1 to 3 trusted peers. Small public is a small platform or low-stakes venue. Wider public is your main platform or a live meeting. Flagship is the high-stakes pitch, launch, or keynote. The thing most people miss is trying to jump from private to flagship. That's what causes the alarm surge. You're not weak, you're overdosing. Let me show you exactly how to climb. Start by defining a single artifact you'll move up the ladder this week. 1 thread, 1 case study, 1 demo, 1 proposal. Then attach clear criteria to each rung so there's no debating under pressure. Private. Make a messy first draft. Criteria to move up. Complete a checklist headline. 3 core points, 1 concrete example. No polishing beyond the checklist. Small circle. Share with 1 to 3 peers. Criteria to move up. Get 1 helpful note. Confirm your core point lands. And feel stable after a 20-minute recovery window. Recovery window just means step away, breathe, note sensations. If your body spikes, run the safety switch and stop there for today. Stability, not perfection, is the signal. Small public. Post to a low-stakes venue, smaller newsletter, internal channel, niche forum, or send the demo to 1 prospect you already know. Criteria to move up. 2 signals. 1 is engagement or a clarifying question, and the other is your own recovery within an hour. If you doom scroll responses, that's a sign to stay on this rung and add friction. Post. Set a 20-minute timer, log off. Wider public. Publish on your main platform or present in a larger meeting. Criteria to move up. You can tolerate mixed feedback without spiraling. You can log a safe win. and you can complete your post-publish routine. Review the helpful/taste bad faith bucket, implement one helpful change, and walk away. Flagship. The pitch, launch, or keynote. Criteria to return down a rung afterward. Your energy dips are sharp, your sleep tanks, or you find yourself avoiding work the next day. Flagship is a dose, not a home. Scheduling matters. Doses need recovery. Put your exposure windows on the calendar with buffer time after. 2 publish windows per week is plenty for most people at first. 1 small public, 1 wider public. On non-published days, you still do ladder work. Collect notes, tighten the example, rehearse the opener, so momentum stays but alarm doesn't spike. Use if-then-publish to remove last-minute doubt. If checklist is complete and 1 peer approves, then publish at current rung. If 2 signals appear and I feel stable, then move to next rung within 48 hours. Write these into your notes so you don't renegotiate with alarm. A quick example ladder. Draft a case study privately. Share to 1 friend. Get a single actionable note. Post the revised version in an industry Slack channel. If you feel stable after an hour and get a clarifying question, schedule the main platform post for tomorrow at 10 a.m. After posting, run your 20-minute log-off routine and note outcomes in your Safe Wins log. End the week by pitching 1 prospect using the case study as an attachment. That's your flagship dose. Then downshift the next day. Silence, admin, and a short walk. Common mistakes. 1. Jumping rungs. Don't go from 0 to viral. 2. No recovery plan. Put post-publish buffers in your calendar. 3. Moving up with vague criteria. Write the criteria now, not when alarm is loud. 4. Using feedback as identity proof. Remember your buckets. Helpful gets action, taste gets not for you, bad faith gets silence. Now you might be thinking, won't this slow me down? Actually, it speeds you up because you stop crashing. Once you nail that, everything else clicks. Consistency, confidence, and quality all rise together because your system trusts the exposure. Practice prompt. Choose 1 artifact. Write your 5-rung ladder and criteria in 2 lines each. Schedule 2 exposure windows this week with buffers. Create 1 if-then-publish rule. Then run the safety switch before each dose, and log outcomes by threat type. Status. Next, we'll reduce standards threat by forecasting the success load so wins don't feel like traps. Skillset 3. Success load forecasting. Standard safety. Standards threat sounds like this. If this works, I'll be stuck keeping it up. That prediction turns today's win into tomorrow's prison, so your brain slows you down to dodge the trap. The fix isn't to lower ambition. It's to forecast the success load and set ceilings now, so shipping today doesn't secretly sign you up for an endless future. Here's the shortcut. Define the load, decide the limits, and pre-write responses that enforce them. When future you already has boundaries, present you can ship without flinching. Start by forecasting the success load in 3 buckets: time, scope, and access. Time is hours you'll spend after the win, answering replies, maintaining features, taking calls. Scope is what gets added to your responsibilities. New formats, extra deliverables, recurring updates. Access is how reachable you become. DMs, meetings, interruptions. Write a quick estimate for each if the thing works, then cut it in half to stay conservative. We're not making a perfect plan, we're removing the unknown. Next, set ceilings. Ceilings are hard caps that protect freedom. Examples. Replies, 15 minutes per weekday, meetings. 2 blocks, Tuesday, afternoons. Scope, 1 iteration post-launch, then review. Content cadence, max 2 posts per week. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Ceilings convert an endless future into a bounded commitment. That's what calms standards threat. Now codify it. Create a short boundaries doc 1 page, plain language. Include your ceilings, your availability windows, and your not now items. Then craft auto responses and scripts that enforce it without drama. Examples. Thanks for the message. Quick heads up. I check DMs mon wedge free for 15 minutes. If I miss you, email X. Or, after launch I batch feedback Friday 2 to 3 p.m. I'll implement 1 round next week. You're deciding the rules before the game starts. Let me show you exactly how to use it mid-task. You're about to open your calendar to book sales calls and feel that squeeze in your chest. Run the safety switch if needed, and forecast. Time, 2 hours weekly. Access calls could spread everywhere. Scope custom decks per prospect. Set ceilings. Calls, Wednesdays 1 to 3 only. Deck template, no customs. Write the auto reply. I take calls on Wednesdays, here's the link. Lean step. Add the link to the post, and ship. You just contain the load so shipping doesn't equal surrender. Another example, launching a newsletter. Success load might be replies, guest invites, and pressure to keep cadence. Forecast honestly. Replies 30 minutes per send. Guests 1 per month. Cadence weekly. Set ceilings. Replies 20 minutes. Guests quarterly. Cadence weekly for 8 weeks, then decide. Add templates. A polite guest waitlist response. A thanks for reading reply times are limited footer. And a this series ends on date X note. Localizing the series end date is powerful. Your brain stops predicting forever. Common mistakes. 1. Vague boundaries like, I'll try to keep it manageable. Too fuzzy. Alarm stays loud. 2. Saying yes in the launch glow and paying for it later. Use delayed yeses. Let me review after week 2. 3. Forgetting recovery. Add buffers to your ceilings. If you post Mondays, leave Tuesdays low demand. If you present Thursday, block Friday morning for decompression and admin. First, recovery proves to your nervous system that success doesn't steal your week. Tooling makes this easy. Build a reusable boundaries doc in your notes. Preload canned responses in your email client and DMs. Add a post-success checklist to your published template. Turn on auto-replies, pin office hours, set 2 review blocks, log safe win. If you're shipping software, find scope. 1 bug sweep within 48 hours, 1 quality of life pass, then backlog. Anything else goes to a decision date you calendar now. Micro story. A consultant I coach avoided raising rates because higher rates mean higher service. We forecasted success load. More bespoke requests, longer calls. We set ceilings. 2 45-minute calls per month per client. A fixed deliverable list. Async questions in a shared doc. We wrote scripts. Great question, add it to the doc, I review Tuesdays. She raised rates, onboarded 2 clients, and kept Fridays off. The wind didn't trap her because the trapdoor was bolted before she stepped on it. Practice prompt. Pick one stuck because success task. Write 3 lines. If this works, the time is X, the scope is Y, the access is Z. Write 3 ceilings. Draft 1 auto response. Add a post-success checklist to your template. Then run the safety switch and take the 1-minute lean publish, send, or schedule. Afterward, log. Predicted endless upkeep. Got bounded follow-up. Energy steady. That's your proof of safety. Once you nail that, everything else clicks because wins stop feeling like handcuffs. Next, we'll handle status threat head-on with a criticism immunity pack, so outside opinions don't keep your work in drafts. Skillset 4. Criticism immunity pack. Status safety. Status threat. Keeps great work in drafts because your brain equates visibility with humiliation. The fix isn't thicker skin. It's smarter filters and pre-decided moves. We're going to separate signal from noise, so you can ship without bracing for impact every time. Remember, your bees is hypersensitive to social signals. Predetermined filters calm bees, so BS can keep you shipping. Here's the structure. 3 buckets. Helpful, taste, bad faith. Decide the rules now, not mid-scroll. Then write short scripts you can use in 10 seconds. Finally, install a post-publish routine that limits your exposure window and locks in 1 action. Then you walk away. Bucket 1. Helpful. This is critique that's specific, actionable, and tied to your stated goal. It often sounds like, your second example conflicts with the first, or add a step between B and C. Helpful earns a response and, if aligned, a change. Your script. Thanks, good catch, I'll make X change. Or, appreciate the detail, logging it for the next pass. The rule, 1 helpful change per post, max. That prevents spirals. Bucket 2. Taste. Taste is preference, style, or values that aren't your targets. It sounds like, "This tone is too casual. I prefer long form," or "Not my thing." Taste doesn't require debate. Your scripts, "Not for you, totally fine," or a simple like or silence. The move, archive or mute, and keep moving. Treat taste as weather, observable, not actionable. Bucket 3. Bad faith. Hallmarks, personal attacks, straw men, baiting or goalpost shifting. These are engagement traps. Your script is silence, plus a block or mute if needed. No clever comebacks. The reason this works is that any response feeds the loop and signals your brain, "We're in a fight," which spikes alarm. No response keeps your energy. Now, pre-write your immunity sheet. 10 lines, max. 3 scripts for helpful, 3 for taste, 3 for bad faith, 1 for self-talk. Example self-talk. Critique is data. Taste is allowed. I ship. Paste this in your notes and your published template. Well, when alarm hits, you don't negotiate. You pick a script and move. Let me show you exactly how to run the post-publish routine. Before you post, set a 20-minute timer. Publish. Do not read comments for the first 5 minutes. Walk, water, breathe. At minute 6, scan through once using the bucket lens. Tag anything helpful with a quick reply and 1 action. Label anything taste with "Not for you." Ignore bad faith entirely. At minute 18, implement your 1 helpful change or add it to a backlog. At minute 20, log off. Write 1 safe wins log entry. Predicted pile-on, got mixed taste. 1 useful note, energy steady. The routine is the immunity. Common mistakes. 1. Treating taste like truth. A single too simple from a non-target person can derail you for hours. Check source and goal. 2. Answering bait to appear brave. Bravery isn't engaging trolls. It's shipping again next week. Pray. Changing 5 things at once to please everyone. That trains your system to fear feedback. Cap changes at 1 per artifact unless there's a clear error. A quick micro story. A product manager shipped a teardown and got, "This is obvious, too long," and 1 comment. Your metric is off by 2% because X. Old pattern. Spiral and delete. We ran the filter. Taste, helpful. He replied, "Good catch, adjusted metric." Made the 1 change, and logged off. A week later, the post brought 2 recruiter pings. Status threat faded, because his brain saw proof. Visibility didn't equal shame, it equalized opportunity plus 1 fix. Now you might be thinking, what if a powerful person critiques me? Same buckets. Power doesn't make taste actionable. If it's helpful and aligned with your goal, thank and change 1 thing. If it's taste, not for you, totally fine. If it's bad faith, silence. You're protecting your approach system, not winning a debate. Upgrade your defenses with 2 add-ons. First, a critic crib sheet. 3 trusted peers you DM screenshots to for a fast second opinion. The script? Which bucket? Outsourcing the call reduces rumination. Second, pre-commit a cooling off delay. If a comment spikes you, wait 1 sleep cycle before any major edit or response. Your thinking brain returns, your move improves. Practice prompt. Open your notes, write your 10-line immunity sheet now. Add it to your published checklist. Set your 20-minute post-publish timer template. Pick 1 artifact and schedule a publish window with a buffer. After you ship, run the routine exactly once. Then write your safe win. Predicted harsh. Found mostly taste. Shipped again next day. Do that 3 times, and your nervous system stops equating eyes with danger. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Feedback isn't a verdict, it's a filter. When you decide your filters and scripts in advance, status threat drops, shipping speeds up, and your best work finally leaves the drafts. Skillset 5. Belonging contracts, social safety. Social threat whispers. If I grow, I'll lose my people. That fear is sticky because belonging is survival to your brain. Feeling can ride along here too. If I get more, I owe more. The move isn't to shrink your goals. It's to make connection and contribution explicit so growth feels like closeness, not exile. Belonging contracts do exactly that. Short conversations and tiny structures that tell your nervous system, we keep our ties while we rise. Here's the core idea. Turn implied expectations into explicit agreements. When people know what you're aiming for, what might change, and how you'll stay connected, your brain stops predicting silent fallout. That lowers avoidance at the exact moment's visibility increases. Use a simple 3-part script. Aim, impact, anchor. Aim, I'm aiming for X. Impact, it may change Y. Anchor, here's how I'll stay connected. Keep it casual, specific, and present tense. You're not asking permission, you're reducing ambiguity. Let me show you exactly how. With your partner, I'm aiming to publish twice a week. It may change some evenings. Anchor, Tuesdays and Thursdays are writing nights. Friday is our date night phone off. With a close friend, I'm pushing for a promotion. It may mean fewer weekday hangouts. Anchor, Sunday morning coffee is ours. I'll text Wednesday to lock it. With your team, I'm taking lead on this launch. It may change response times. Anchor, office hours 2 to 3 daily. Critical pings get same day. Now, build a peer pod, 3 to 5 people who normalize wins and boundaries. This is your growth circle. The rule set is simple. Weekly 20-minute check-in, 1 safe win each, 1 boundary upheld, 1 next lean. No fixing, no status games. The reason this works is that your social baseline updates. Your brain sees that belonging increases with action, not with hiding. Quick micro story. A client kept sandbagging sales because her friend group joked that salesy people change. We wrote a belonging contract with one friend. I'm aiming to fill my roster. It may change my weekday availability. Anchor, we keep Friday walks. I'll share 1 lesson a week, not pitches. The friend said, yes, I want that for you. Sales calls stopped feeling like betrayal. She booked 3 clients in 2 weeks. Anticipate friction. Sometimes people feel threatened by your changes. Don't argue your worth. Return to the contract. I want our connection. Here's the anchor I'm keeping. If pushback continues, make a boundary with care. I'm still pursuing X. I'll be around for Y. I hope we're good. You're choosing clarity over silent drift. Common mistakes. 1. Staying vague. I'll be busy. Vague keeps the alarm on. Name what changes and what doesn't. 2. Overpromising anchors you can't keep. Don't offer daily calls if you can sustain weekly. 3. Expecting old circles to meet new needs. That's why the peer pod matters. You add, you don't replace. Add 2 tools to make this stick. First, a connection cadence. Preload recurring touchpoints. Monthly family dinner, bi-weekly friend walk, quarterly mastermind. Put them on the calendar now. Second, shared rituals that scale with success. Examples. Launch and lunch with your partner after big shifts. Friday voice memo with your best friend, win thread in the pod, where each person drops 1 safe win by noon Friday. Rituals teach your body that progress equals connection. Use the safety switch before hard conversations. Exhale twice. Label, if I grow, I'll be alone. Or, if I win, I'll make them feel small. Localize. Right now, I'm safe with this person. I can ask for support and choose a fair contribution. Lean. Send the text, schedule the chat, speak the aim impact anchor. Small, visible action first. Let's write one together. Open notes and draft. I'm aiming for X, it may change Y. Here's how I'll stay connected. Z. Add 1 question to invite collaboration. What's one way we can make this feel good for both of us? Then send it to 1 person today. Not perfect sent. If you remember nothing else, remember this. Hiding to keep belonging costs you both growth and closeness. Clarity preserves both. Contracts are care, not control. When you make belonging explicit, social threat drops. Your calendar reflects your values. And your work leaves the drafts without leaving your people behind. Integration 1. The daily anti-sabotage routine. Consistency beats intensity. We're going to build a 10-minute AM block that makes safety automatic. Safety switch, 1-step lean, and a tiny exposure dose. Same moves, every weekday, so you stop negotiating with alarm and start collecting proof. Start with the AM map. 3 quick lines in your notes before you touch anything. Threat type, tool choice, tiny win. Write it like this. Threat, status. Tool, immunity plus 20-minute window, tiny win. Ship draft to small circle. Or, threat, standards. Tool, success load ceilings. Tiny win, schedule office hours link. You're choosing the lever before the day chooses you. Minute 1. Pick the live task. Choose something within arm's reach that moves a real outcome. Reply to a lead, ship a draft, submit a request, publish at your current ladder rung. If you're tempted to pick a planning task, that's avoidance in disguise. Choose something that leaves a footprint. Minute 2. Run the safety switch. 2 long exhalations. Label the exact success cost your brain predicts. Localize control to today. Then confirm your one-step lean out loud. This is your ignition. No feelings required. Minute 3. Do the one-step lean. Send the email, paste the opener, schedule the post, attach the file, or DM one person. If it takes more than a minute, shrink it. The goal is visible progress, not heroics. Minutes 4 to 6. Dose exposure. If your threat is status, use your current ladder rung. If you're at small circle, share to one peer now and set a 20-minute log-off timer. If you're at small public, cue the post and move away. Pair it with your immunity routine. 1 scan, 1 helpful change max, then off. If your threat is social, send 1 belonging contract text. Keep it tiny and specific. Minutes 7 to 8. Forecast and fence. If your threat is standards, write 2 ceilings and 1 auto response for the task you just nudged. Example. Replies, 15 minutes today, office hours Friday, auto reply on. If your threat is self-concept, repeat the 2-sentence reframe and pin it to the top of your notes for the day. You're installing the safety rails while the engine is warm. Minute 9. Log the proof. Open your safe wins log and write 1 line, prediction, action, outcome tag. Predicted backlash, shipped small public, 1 helpful note, status. Or, predicted endless upkeep, set ceilings, sent, standards. Your brain updates on evidence, not hope. This line is the update. Minute 10. Pre-commit the next lean. Write 1 sentence. Tomorrow's lean at 9:02. Paste proposal scope paragraphs. Then block a 10-minute slot on your calendar labeled AM Anti-Sabotage. Same time, same place. You're teaching your nervous system where safety lives. Let me show you a full run-through. You open your laptop, urge to check messages hits. Tripwire. You open the AM map. Threat. Status. Tool. Immunity plus 20-minute window. Tiny win. Send teardown to 1 peer. Safety switch. Exhale twice. Label, if this lands, critics will pile on. Localize. I control buckets and timing. Lean. DM the PDFs. Exposure. Cue small public post for 10 a.m. Set a 20-minute log-off timer. Forecast. Ceiling equals 1 change. Auto-reply template ready. Log. Predicted pile-on. Got 1 clarifying question. Energy steady. Status. Pre-commit. Tomorrow 9:02. Add metric viz. Common mistakes. Stacking too many tools. Keep the routine light. Safety switch. 1 step, 1 dose, 1 fence, 1 log. Skipping the log. Without evidence, alarm doesn't update. Letting the block drift. Protect the time like a meeting with yourself. If you miss it, run a 5-minute PM save version. Exhale, label, lean, log. Now you might be thinking, what about big days? Same routine, scaled. On launch day, your 1-step lean is flip the switch. Your fence is post-success checklist. Your exposure dose is pre-scheduled, and your log is mandatory. On recovery days, the lean is decline 1 invite, the fence is turn off auto-reply, and the log notes, rest preserved energy. Consistency keeps the approach system online. If you remember nothing else, remember this. 10 minutes of safety first beats 2 hours of wrestling later. Run the AM map, flip the switch, take 1 step, fence the future. Log the proof. Repeat tomorrow. Integration 2. Environment and defaults that nudge success. Design beats willpower, especially when alarm spikes. So let's make your space and systems do half the work. a long way. We'll pre-commit defaults, templates, scripts, timers, and publish windows. So approach is the easy path, and avoidance feels clunky. First principle: friction down for approach, friction up for avoidance. That means the next right action should be one click away, and the old detour habits should feel like walking through mud. Simple changes compound fast. Let's start with approach defaults. Create a pre-filled publish checklist that matches your ladder and immunity pack. 5 boxes, max. Headline clear, 3 points, 1 example, 1 call to action, 1 scan for errors. Add your 20-minute post-publish routine at the bottom. Save this as a template in your notes and your posting tool. When you open it, thinking is done. You just check boxes. Next, scripts on standby. Drop your helpful taste, bad faith replies into text expanders or a snippet tool. Short codes like helpful for thanks, good catch, I'll make X change. Taste for not for you, totally fine. Keep your 2-sentence identity reframe and the safety switch lines there too. When alarm hits, you type 2 characters, not paragraphs. Timers and windows. Pre-schedule 2 weekly publish windows with a 20-minute buffer after each. Add a visible countdown timer on your desktop for the post-publish routine. If you're tempted to scroll, the clock pulls you back. For work sessions, use 20-minute timers labeled by outcome. Send draft, queue post, book call. Outcome-labeled timers nudge action over planning. Now, friction up for avoidance. Rearrange your doc or bookmarks so avoidance apps live in a later folder that's off-screen. Install site. Blockers with allow lists tied to your publish windows. Comments only open during the 20-minute routine. Add a Slack/email focus profile that defaults to Do Not Disturb during your AM Anti-Sabotage block and publish windows. If doom scrolling is your slide, require a 30-second "Why Now" pause screen before those sites open. Reduce infinite editing paths. Cat polish with a no edits beyond checklist rule. Enforce it with version locks. When checklist is checked, you duplicate the doc, name it Final Ship, and move it to a ship folder that triggers a reminder, 1 edit max or ship. You're telling your future self the decision is made. Make decisions once with templates. Build a boundaries doc template with ceilings and auto replies. A belonging contract script with aim impact anchor, and 1 question. A success load forecast sheet. Time, scope, access lines ready to fill. A safe wins log page with columns. Prediction, action, outcome, tag. Pin these templates to your notes home screen. The fewer clicks to start, the faster you act when alarm is whispering. Physical environment matters too. Keep a visible ship tray on your desk. Only the artifact you're moving up the ladder lives there. During the AM block, everything else goes in a drawer. Put a printed copy of your AM map and the 4 beats, approach, alarm, avoid, rationalize, next to your monitor. It's a tripwire and a map in one glance. Cues and contingencies help. Use calendar banners that say, exhale, label, localize, lean. Add a keyboard shortcut that opens your safety switch script and starts a 60-second timer. If you travel, keep a mini kit, earbuds, timer app, and a card with your reframe and immunity scripts. Same moves, new location. Common mistakes. Building fancy systems you won't maintain. Choose boring and durable over clever, leaving criteria ambiguous. Write done when in your checklist. Overloading defaults. Keep 1 template per need, not 5. Quick microstory. A founder I coach used to spend 40 minutes deciding if today is the day to post. We installed a Tuesday/Thursday window, pinned the checklist, added text expanders, and blocked comments outside the 20-minute routine. Decision time dropped to 5 minutes. Posts doubled. Anxiety halved. Nothing mystical, just defaults doing the heavy lifting. Practice prompt. In the next 15 minutes, create 3 things. A 5-box publish checklist with your post-publish routine, 2 text expander snippets for taste and helpful, and 1 20-minute timer labeled post routine. Move social apps into a later folder and add a blocker with a 30-second pause. Then schedule 2 publish windows this week with buffers. You just made success the path of least resistance. Integration 3. Momentum tracking and proof of safety. Your brain updates on evidence, not intentions. So we're going to build a simple system that proves success is safe and keeps your approach system online. It's called the Safe Wins Log, and it tracks actions and recovery, not vanity metrics. So your nervous system sees what actually happened after you shipped. Here's the structure. 4 columns. Prediction, action, outcome, tag. Prediction is the fear forecast your brain made. Action is the concrete step you took. Outcome is what happened within 24 to 72 hours, including recovery. Tag is the threat type. Status, standards, social, or self-concept. 1 line per action. 30 seconds to fill. That's it. Why this works. The thing most people miss is that your brain privileges recent, vivid evidence. If you only remember the spikes you'll keep avoiding. Write down, predicted backlash, received 2 kind notes, energy stable. You're giving your system counter evidence right where the alarm used to fire. Over a week, patterns emerge. Over a month, your threat model changes. What to track? Track approach actions you control. Shipped draft to small public. Scheduled call. Set ceilings. Sent belonging contract text. Moved artifact up 1 rung. Track post-success outcomes that relate to safety. Quality of feedback. Helpful. Taste. Bad faith. Recovery time. Energy baseline next day. Boundaries upheld. Don't track likes, impressions, or follower counts unless your explicit goal is distribution. Even then, put them in the outcome only as context, not as the win. Let me show you exactly how to log. Right after your post-publish routine, write 1 line. Predicted, trolls. Action. Posted with 20-minute window. Outcome. 1 helpful fix. 3 taste comments. Logged off. Walked 10 minutes. Energy steady. Tag. Status. Next morning, add a quick follow-up if relevant. Slept fine. No rumination. That's proof of safety. Upgrade with a weekly review. 10 minutes. Friday. Scan your log and answer 3 questions. What prediction didn't come true? Which tool delivered the fastest relief without retreat? Where did I overdose and need longer recovery? Then adjust next week's ladder and ceilings. Example. Standard spike after launches. Add Friday buffer. You're turning anecdotes into strategy. Add a visual counter for momentum. Keep a tiny approach streak tracker. Days you took 1 lean step and logged it. Aim for chains of 3 to 5 days, not endless streaks. Breaks are fine. The goal is repeated proof, not perfection. If a day breaks, log the recovery. Skipped post, ran safety switch, sent belonging text, energy reset. That's still train's approach. Now, common mistakes. 1. Tracking outcomes you don't control. Only 10 likes tells your brain nothing about safety. 2. Skipping logs when it goes well. Wins need recording more than misses, because that's the safety update. 3. Writing novels. Keep it to 1 or 2 sentences. 4. Lumping multiple actions into 1 entry. Separate them so you can see which lever worked. Add tags for nuance when helpful. Status plus standards, if visibility and sustained fear co-occurred. Over time, you'll see your frequent pairings and can preload the right combo, immunity plus ceilings for example. Tie the log to your AM routine. Minute 9 is logging, remember? Use the same page. Yesterday's outcome, today's prediction. That continuity matters. It turns the log from a diary into a feedback loop. Microstory. A client's log read, predicted. If I ask for scope, I'll be labeled difficult. Action. Sent written proposal with ceilings. Outcome. Approved in 5 minutes. Respect increased. Relief high. Tag. Social plus standards. 3 repetitions later, her alarm didn't fire in those meetings. Not because she forced confidence, but because her log made safety undeniable. Add 2 accelerators. First, a proof reel. Top 10 entries that most changed your mind, pinned at the top of the log. Read it before flagship doses. Second, a red flag sidebar signals you're overdosing. Sleep dip, scrolling more, skipping logs. If 2 flags appear, downshift 1 rung and extend recovery. That prevents crashes that reset your progress. Practice prompt. Open a new page titled Safe Wins Log. Create 4 columns: prediction, action, outcome, tag. Add 2 entries from this week, even if small. Then schedule a 10-minute Friday review. Finally, write 1 line for your proof reel, the safest win you've had so far. You're not hoping to feel safe, you're showing your brain that you already are. Advanced safety switch. Scripts for sticky moments. Some spikes need precise language. You've got the 60-second protocol. Now we'll add 10-second scripts that plug straight into it, matched to each threat. Use them verbatim at alarm. Then run exhale, label, localize, lean. Short, specific words stop you from negotiating with fear. Status threat first. When visibility feels like danger, your script is: critique is data, taste is allowed, I ship. Say it softly on the exhale, thul. Then label the prediction: if I post, I'll be mocked. Localize. Right now, I choose 1 scan in a 20-minute window. Lean. Press Q or send to your current ladder rung. If comments spike you, add a second line. Helpful gets 1 change, bait gets silence. That shuts down the compulsion to argue. This calms B's and lets B's keep the wheel. Standards. Threat next. When "I'll have to keep this up" floods your chest, say, I promise today's standard, future me decides later. Label. If this lands, I'll be trapped. Localize. Today is 1 ship and a boundary. Lean. Write 2 ceilings in 15 seconds. Paste your office hours link. Ship. You've converted a lifetime fear into a bounded container. If doubt returns post-ship, repeat. Decision deferred. Boundaries protect both of us. Social threat. When you feel like growth equals exile, say, closeness is chosen. Success doesn't equal exile. Label. If I rise, they'll resent me. Or, if I win, I'll feel guilty. Localize. I keep our Friday call. I text after I post. I pre-commit 1 way I'll contribute. Lean. Send a 1-line belonging contract text before you publish. Aiming for X, might change Y, anchor is Z. Then ship. If a reaction stings, add, I hold the anchor, I don't shrink the aim. Self-concept threat. When I'm not that person loops, say, I experiment as me, identity can lag behind. Label. This win will expose me. Localize. I try 1 step today. Lean. Paste the opener, send the draft, submit the application. If the imposter voice returns, add, evidence updates identity. Ship. Then update. Now pair these with the 60-second flow. It's a 4-beat rhythm. Script on the exhale, precise label, localize control, 1-step lean. If you've got 10 extra seconds, stack a microbody cue that fits the threat. For status, soften your gaze or look at a neutral object. It lowers social vigilance. For standards, unclench your hands and place them flat. It signals, not seizing more. For social, put a hand on your sternum. Co-regulation cue. For self-concept, sit tall. Posture nudges self-perception. Let me show you a live combo. You're about to publish a thread. Your heart jumps. Whisper. Critique is data. Taste is allowed. I ship. Exhale for 6, twice. Label. Predicting mockery. Localize. I run 1 scan in a 20-minute window. Lean. Cue the post. After 5 minutes away, you scan once, tag 1 helpful note, make 1 change, log off, bite. Write your safe win. Predicted mockery. Mostly taste. 1 fix. Energy steady. That closes the loop. Another combo for standards. You're staring at a proposal because if they say yes, expectations rise. Script. I promise today's standard. Future me decides later. Exhale twice. Label. Trapped by success. Localize. Ceilings now. Lean. Paste your scope limits and office hours into the proposal. Send. Add your canned line. After week 1, we review cadence. You've fenced it before it grows. Social spike example. You're hesitating to announce a role change. Script. Closeness is chosen. Success doesn't equal exile. Exhale twice. Label. They'll think I changed. Localize. Anchor text now. Lean. Send aiming for X. Evenings may shift, Sunday coffee stays. Then post. If someone jabs, repeat your script and avoid defending. You anchor instead of appeasing. Self-concept spike. You're about to step on a stage at work. Script. I experiment as me. Identity can lag behind. Exhale twice. Label. Exposure. Localize. One clear point. Lean. Say the opener you rehearsed. Afterward, log. Predicted exposure. Delivered 1 point. Positive nods. Identity can update. The more you repeat, the faster the lag closes. Make a pocket card. 4 lines, 1 per script. Add 1 extra line that fits all threats. Not a verdict, just a dose. That phrase reminds you each action is a small exposure, not a permanent identity shift. Keep the card on your desk, in your notes app, and as your phone lock screen for a week. Repetition beats variety here. Common mistakes. 1. Over-customizing scripts until they're paragraphs. Keep them short so they're usable mid-spike. 2. Using scripts as affirmations without the lean. Words need a step to stick. 3. Debating with the alarm after labeling it. Label, then localize, then move. Don't argue with weather. Upgrade drills so these lines become automatic. Daily. Rehearse each script once, paired with 1 breath and 1 micro-step. 20 seconds total, for example. Say the status script. Breathe out. Click the Q button on a dummy draft. Say the standard script. Breathe out. Type, office hours Friday in a template. You're wiring scripts to actions so your body recognizes the sequence under pressure. Finally, build threat context pairs in your notes. 4 rows. Status, standards, social. Self-concept. Next to each, write your script, your localization line, and a default lean. Status. Critique is data. I run 1 scan Q post. Standards. I promise today's standard ceilings now paste office hours. Social. Closeness is chosen anchor today. Send aim impact anchor text. Self-concept. I experiment as me 1 step paste opener. When a spike hits, you don't think you picked the row. 1 micro story to lock this in. A researcher sat on a manuscript for 6 months. Status and standards tangled. We use 2 scripts back to back. Critique is data, taste is allowed, I ship, and I promise today's standard, future me decides later. She exhaled. Labeled, tenure pressure plus trolls. Localized 1 revision, office hours Fridays. Leaned, submitted. Reviews came back. 1 helpful change, 2 neutral tastes. She logged it, slept fine, and started the next paper. The scripts didn't erase fear, they routed it. 30-day flight plan. From avoidance to ascent. A month is enough to reset the pattern because your brain updates on repetition, not inspiration. We'll use 4 weekly themes. Week 1 is Safety Switch Mastery. Week 2 is Skillset Drills. Week 3 is the Exposure Ladder. Week 4 is Integration plus Review. Daily, you'll do one step lean and 2 publish windows per week. Fridays are for proof of safety and adjustments. Week 1, Safety Switch. Goal: make the 60-second protocol automatic. Each day, pick 1 live task. Run, exhale, label, localize, lean. Then log the result with a threat tag. Keep the step tiny and visible. Add tripwires. List 3 tells that precede your avoidance. Extra tabs, Slack checks, calendar shuffling, and when they fire, you run the switch without debate. 2 micro drills. Morning 2x rehearsal with a dummy task. Evening 1 line safe. Win. End of week review. Which threat spiked most? Write 1 sentence per thread about what line worked best. Week 2. Skillset drills. We rotate the 5 tools so you get reps without overload. Monday. 2-sentence reframe. Use it on a small visibility act. Log self-concept. Tuesday. Exposure dosing. Move 1 artifact up 1 rung. Run the 20-minute window. Log status. Wednesday. Success load forecasting. Set ceilings and 1 auto-reply. Log standards. Thursday. Criticism immunity pack. Publish with bucket scripts. 1 change max. Log status. Friday, belonging contracts. Send 1 aim impact anchor message. Schedule a peer pod check. Log social. Keep your daily 1-step lean, even on non-published days. The drill is the dosage, the lean keeps momentum. Week 3, exposure ladder. Choose 1 artifact for the week. Monday private, Tuesday small circle, Wednesday small public, Thursday wider public, Friday flagship dose with a next day downshift. Write your rung criteria before Monday. Pre-schedule Wednesday and Thursday windows with buffers. Use if then publish. If checklist complete and 1 peer approves, ship at the current rung. After each dose, run the post-publish routine and log. Prediction, actual, recovery. If 2 red flags appear, sleep dip and rumination. Hold the rung and extend recovery by a day. Week 4, integration and review. Every morning, run the 10-minute AM anti-sabotage block. AM map, safety switch, 1-step lean, dose exposure or send a belonging text, set 1 ceiling, log proof, pre-commit tomorrow's lean. Mid-week, install environment defaults, templates, text expanders, timers, publish windows, blockers. Friday is your full review. Scan the safe wins log and answer 3 questions. Which prediction consistently failed to happen? Which tool gave the fastest? Relief without retreat? Where did dosage outpace recovery? Adjust ladders, ceilings, and buffers for next month. Let me give you a daily rhythm to make this effortless. Morning, 10 minutes. AM map, switch, lean, fence, log, pre-commit. Midday, 20 minutes, twice a week. Scheduled publish window with immunity routine. Evening, 2 minutes. 1 line safe win. 2 accountability layers. First, your peer pod. Weekly 20 minutes. Each person shares 1 safe win, 1 boundary held, 1 next lean. No fixing, no advice, unless asked. Second, a proof reel. Pin your top 10 safe wins at the top of your log. Read them before flagship doses and any big meeting. Common mistakes across the month. Scaling too fast. Respect the ladder. Skipping buffers. Recovery is the training. Chasing vanity metrics, log actions and recovery, not just reactions. Overpromising anchors and belonging contracts, keep them sustainable. Treating scripts as magic scripts plus a lean step are what stick. Example, 30-day snapshot. Day 3. Predicted mockery. Shipped small circle. Got 1 helpful note, energy steady. Day 8. Predicted trapped by success. Set ceilings, sent proposal, approved, relief high. Day 13. Predicted exile. Sent aim impact anchor, friend affirmed, posted, calm. Day 17. Small public to wider public with 20-minute window. 1 fix, logged off, slept fine. Day 22. Flagship pitch. Post-success checklist. Friday buffer, no crash. Day 28. Environment installed, checklists, snippets, timers. Day 30. Review shows status plus standards pairing. Plan next month with immunity plus ceilings preloaded. What do you do on a bad day? Run the 5-minute PM save. Exhale, label, localize. Do 1 micro lean, log it. Break the loop once, even small, and you're back on track. If you remember nothing else this month, remember, 1 step, safely. Every day, 1 visible lean with a fence and a log. By day 30, avoidance won't vanish. It just won't drive. Key takeaway. Success feels dangerous when your body, calendar, and relationships don't feel safe. Once you install safety, you stop sabotaging and start shipping. Your BAS can keep driving when BIS is calmed with boundaries, scripts, and controlled exposure. Repetition rewires the loop. Run the 60-second safety switch on 1 live task today, then save this video and follow the 30-day plan starting Monday. Subscribe for the advanced series on scaling without burnout. We'll stack ladders, refine scripts, and automate systems so your growth stays calm.